Hello, everyone. Great visitations here. Hope you're all well. Welcome to the live chat. And we'll wait for a couple of people to come in and see who's here. So we're just going to have a chat. I see two people here. So we're just going to have a chat, talk about what's going on with the channel, stuff like that, how everybody's getting on. I'm hoping to see, can I see the chat? If someone can just say hello or something, just to let me know you're there. Make sure everything is working okay. Should be a few coming in because I put up a notification I was going live anyway, so hopefully you will see this and it's okay. I just checked my phone, guys, because I can't see anything. Oh, I have one. Nikki Dunn is there. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for saying hello, making sure it's working okay. Hi, Tom's daughter. So we might wait and see for a few minutes who else is going to come in. And I hope you all enjoyed the premiere of Highgate Cemetery. It was a really wonderful video to do. Hi, Maureen McCarthy. Hi, Kim. Hi, Betty. Lauren Farrell. Hi, Lauren. Hi, John. Tony. Hi, Tony. How you doing? Laura Lee. Kubika. Good to see you. Good to see you too, guys. So hope you're all keeping well. What's the weather there? We are hot. The weather has been bad for the last 2 days, Tom's. It's hi Sylvia. It was kind of we had 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 days of real hot heat and sun. And hi Sean and Rebecca. So I got burnt. Of course, I was out there for one day. I think it was the day I done the live in Kilmore of that memorial garden, and the weather was lovely, gorgeous. But now we've had this torrential rain and wind and stuff like that. We were even out today thinking about, Sue was going to do a video today in an area in Wexford here, and I was going to hopefully do a video as well, but the weather was so windy and bad. Hi, Marie. Rebecca Stefka. Yeah, it's going away. That's the way it is with me. I get burned, sunburned first, then it kind of turns into some way kind of tan or whatever. Hi, Janet. So that's the way it goes with me and stuff like that, with the weather. I love sun and stuff, and I love getting out in the sun, but the weather and the winter, to me, I hate the winter. Maureen McCarthy, $20 super chat. Maureen, thank you so much. It supports the channel. Anything that supports the channel goes a long way. It goes, we've been, as you all know, we've been to London, and it costs a pretty penny to go to London, but we loved going over there. We're hoping to try and go back there this year again, this summer. So we'll see. Hi, Tommy the Cat. So we'll see. Hi, Patrick Courtney. So we'll see how Anna. So we'll see how things go. But I hope you all liked the. Hi, Susan. I am in a very bad building to get notified. You're here, Susan. That's the main thing, and welcome. Maureen Marr. You're all very welcome, Marie, everybody. So I hope you enjoyed Highgate. There was actually a few bits in Highgate, that I was hoping to do as well, and I never got the chance to do them. Sylvia Wright, with the super chat, $20. Sylvia, thank you so much. There's a couple of things I was just thinking about with the channel, and what I wanted to say was, and I don't know what your outlook on it is, but I was hoping to kind of try something, a few different things. Hi, Tommy the Cat, Sylvia Wright, Liz is here. So it's just a few things I was hoping to do. Now, I have a couple of things lined up. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I have a couple of stuff lined up now. It's crime stuff. So there's a video in particular I'm hoping to do maybe sometime next week or early next week. I'm hoping to do a video of a case from 1970 of a little girl that died. She was murdered in 1970 in a small little village, and I'm hoping to go there and cover that crime scene and visit her grave also as well and stuff like that. Mo, thank you so much for the super chat. You made the super chat. She said thank you so much. It means a lot. And anybody that's even members, anybody that's involved and who are members on the channel, or even anybody that hits the like button on a video, that means a lot. You know, it grows the channel and helps a lot also. So that's the one I'm going to do. I'm thinking of doing that one about that little girl that was murdered, and it's a sad story, and there's also a couple of other things, very strange stories. Hi Falco as well. There's another story that I'm going to cover actually, and believe it or not, it's in the same village. So the village is full of tragedy, unfortunately, but it's in the same village. A family that got wiped out. You know, there's mental health issues involved in that video as well, and you can all have your own outlook on that when it comes up, and you know, say what you think or whatever. But it's a very strange and sad, heartbreaking case. Hi, Caroline Allen. Linda Ball. Hi, Linda. And the strange thing about it is, I suppose, is that the person involved in this tragedy, a murder, a different situation than that little girl, but the man that was involved in the family being wiped out was a husband, and he's actually buried in the same grave as the wife and children. So I don't know. Now, to me, some people would turn around and say to me, you know, oh, I don't think that's right. Other people will think I don't see any, you know, problem with that. For me, I don't think I would. Hi, Dorothy Fisher. Hi, Jay Lee. Tommy the Cat. Hi, Tom's daughter. So I don't know what your outlook is on that. How you all feel about that? Do you think that if it was one of your family, say, that, you know, had mental health issues and family got wiped out, children, young children and everything, but he was buried in the same grave as the wife and children, you know, and to me, I don't think it's right, and I can't understand how the family of that girl would allow that to happen, that he would be buried in the same grave as the wife and children. So, you know, it's an awful lot to think about really and stuff like that, but I'm not here to judge the situation or, you know, be negative about it. I'm just trying to see what other people's outlook is on it, but my outlook on it would be just to go and pay respects at that grave and remember the people, sadly, that were taken away and taken out of this life way too early. So I don't think I'd want him, Rebecca says, in the family's grave. I wouldn't rest in peace if my murderer is buried in the same grave. Yeah, and you know what? I've said this before to somebody else, as well. And what they've said to me is, you have to understand about mental health, and maybe he wasn't feeling well and stuff like that. That's okay if you suffer from mental health or whatever, and these things happen, you hear about them. It's no excuse, but I don't think I would want my daughter, if I put it that way, buried in the same grave as a man who took her life. So I don't know. My uncle was mentally ill, says Sylvia, and killed my aunt and himself in a car accident. They are buried together. My father died of a heart attack the next week. Sylvia, I'm so sorry to hear that. That is awful to hear that. That's a tragedy in itself, and I'm very sorry to hear. Hi, John Carroll. So there are a couple of things. There's a couple of cemeteries I've visited. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days. I've been going around to different places, and I'm trying to look for different stories and different graves. And I feel that coming to cemeteries, and doing videos on cemeteries, because some of these people might get forgotten in these stories. For example, this one from 1970s, going back a long way. And I don't ever hear anything about it anymore. Nobody speaks about it in the village. I've spoken to people in the village and they never talk about it. So it's just something I hope that when I put this video out, that somebody will see it and somebody will recognize the story. You would have to wonder before all this is Dorothy, was she abused and no one knew, and this is what he felt he had to do? The story breaks my heart. Yeah, there is a lot, Dorothy, going on there in the story. I won't say too much, but there is a lot going on. There was a lot going on in the story and in their lives, especially at the time. And thanks, John. There was a lot going on at the time, and yourself behind closed doors or whatever. And the big problem at the moment is as well mental health services. Yeah, there's not enough of it going around at the moment. Mental health, help for people, and unfortunately, it's only when something tragic happens then people decide to act on it, and people decide to, or say, "Oh God, that was terrible," or whatever. We need to do something about this, or now, when it's too late. I always say it's too late. These people would still be here today, if this didn't, if they got the help they needed. I'm sure. Happened in Ireland, Dorothy. Yeah, happened in Ireland. Happened in Wexford here. So, if you know something about it or wherever, or you're looking it up, please don't say anything because I don't want the story ruined. If you get what I mean. Sylvia, bless your family, says Caroline Allen. Yeah, bless your family, Sylvia. My father still visits me. I'm sure he does, and a lot of people who have lost other people, I'm sure, get the feeling that the person is still around and they're always there. They're never really far away, as I always say. I don't know anything about it. It's interesting to know this tragic story. Well, it's tragic because I suppose number one, it was such a young girl. She was so young, and um, I don't want to be missing the chat, guys, here, so I'm trying to keep up. Dorothy says, no amount of mental health issues excuses that. You see, that's what everybody has their own opinion on it, and I'm not going to say what mine is because, I just don't think what happened with the person being buried in the same grave was right for a start. I don't know. My father visited me, says Laura Lee, just the other day. I smell his cigar and I just say out loud, "Hi, Dad." That's lovely, Laura Lee. And, I've often heard stories like that as well about smells. People get smells of stuff like, flowers, or like you just said there, a cigar. I've watched a video actually just before I came on the live on YouTube of a little girl. I think she was 1 or 2 years old. They were having a kind of a get together at her grave in America, or no, sorry, England. And they set balloons off in the sky, but one of the balloons went all the way around the cemetery and came right back down into, I'm sure it was her older sister's hand, the balloon, as if to say, here is a balloon for you. So when I see stuff like that, it amazes me, you know, and it's beautiful to see all these things. People that go to cemeteries that are mostly forgotten. Kilmore is lovely now, know the place well. Yeah, John, it is. And I was already down there not so long ago, John, actually, and I've done a live down there, and I've also done a video on the World War veteran Sam Kendrick's grave as well, who fought in World War II. He was in the Battle of Arnhem. So mental health is a worldwide epidemic and so desperately need to be addressed. It touches all of us. That's the truth. It does. You know, and it's an issue and a topic that needs to be brought up more. And housing as well is a big problem in this country. People who are homeless and have nowhere to sleep at night and stuff. Housing is a big issue. But you know, I see the government pumping money into stuff that there's no need for, to be honest. You know, I don't know what your outlook is on that, but I think the money should go towards all these things, you know, where life and death is involved situations. And you know, my dad smoked cigars. He'll be gone 40 years on June 30th. And my mom died 5 years ago today. Well, happy anniversary to your family, Caroline. May they rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear about that. Any help, maybe help. That's true, Mo. And you know, any help is appreciated. Now, there's another story in Wexford as well. Like, you could talk about these stories forever, but there's another story in Wexford as well of a woman. I won't say her name, but she's deceased. A woman that was in Wexford and many years ago, and she was having a tough time with her partner in her relationship and stuff. She just got into a taxi one day, brought her 2 little children, I think it was 2 children she had with her, into town, got out of the taxi, walked over to a mental health centre and asked would she be able to get some help, because she wasn't feeling great. And the story, I think what I've heard is that she was turned away, or somebody said there was nothing they could do for her. And that woman walked down into the river with her 2 children and walked into the river with her 2 little small children, and they all drowned, 3 of them. So there's another tragic story. And if that woman only just had to get that little bit of help at the time, you know, if she had to get that little bit of help to say, come in, sit down, have a cup of tea or coffee, let's talk, what's the problem? You know, she could still be here today. So it's that split second in life is very important. That split few seconds or minute even, you know, that one word could save somebody's life by just speaking to somebody. My mom came in a dream a few days ago and it was extremely real. I kept saying, Mom, it's me, and I caught up with her and we hugged. It was real. That's beautiful, Caroline, the dreams. And I love, you know, sometimes I have dreams myself about relations and friends who are passed away and stuff like that. And when you're in a dream, it's like you never wake up, or you never want to wake up especially when your loved ones are there, you know. And it's lovely and touching to have that moment. Yeah, Marie, she should have, you know, it's heartbreaking to see. And I was at her grave before, and I went to visit her grave. She was known, Sue knew her as well, you know, so Sue didn't want to do her grave because Sue kind of knew her and the family knew her and stuff like that. So she felt like she wouldn't be able to do the grave. For me, I didn't know the girl personally, so I don't know if it was something I would do, maybe do her grave or something like that. Now, I wouldn't do a story on her or anything like that. I would just maybe go and pay my respects, leave some flowers on the grave for herself and the children or something like that. Would you think that would be a good idea? Would you like me to do that? People just need somebody to talk to. Yeah, I've lost friends myself through suicide, you know, and it's not nice and it's very upsetting. And you think I would love to have those people back today if I could only speak to them. But unfortunately, there's some people that just, you know, they get help, but it's still not good enough. And, you know, they go too quick. I wish the world could just, says Jay, slow down. I think are often in a hurry and we don't always see the signs of mental illness. We have to love each other more and have more time for each other, which is true. It's a very sensitive subject. Yeah, it is, Dorothy. I'm sure you would do it very well. I think I know who you were talking about. It's not too far from where we live. It was, in my opinion, no way would allow this excuse mental illnesses. No, John. That's what I said, John. No excuse. I think leaving Lindis as a flower would be nice. She reached out and was ignored. Well, the only thing is for that video would be for me, it wouldn't be if I was doing the video of that girl that passed away or committed suicide with her two little children. It wouldn't be a video I'd be doing for views or anything like that. It wouldn't be like that. If I done a video of that woman and her children, it would be to hopefully make sure that that video actually reaches somebody out, gets out there on the internet, in the YouTube world, and hopefully somebody would see that and hear me speak, or maybe, you know, stuff like that, that might spark somebody's mind and say, you know, that video helped me, or that video makes me think even more about how life is so precious now. You know, stuff like that. So hopefully it does, if I decide to do it. I'm not sure. Sorry, I missed something back there about Tommy the cat. I lost my wife to suicide in 2008. She was only 31. Tommy, my condolences, and I'm very sorry to hear that. Janice Slicer, I lost my husband to suicide 4 months ago today. Wow. This is the first live I've done since before it happened. Janet, I'm so sorry to hear about your husband, and thank you for coming into the chat and expressing that with us all. And I hope that talking to us all here today helps you out in some way. And it makes you feel some way better, but I'm sure it's not easy to get over something like that. Marie says nobody knows how anyone feels. They put on this happy show underneath, and it's very sad. Yeah, and another example of that is Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, the lead singer of Linkin Park. Now, me and Sue love Linkin Park, the band. We love their material and their music and stuff. And Chester was an example. You know, Chester Bennington. Chester, I think a couple of days or a week maybe before he committed suicide, was sitting at home with his children, and he was playing a game, and he was giving his children sweets, and they were eating sweets, and he had a smile on his face. But as you all know, with mental health, you know, what's the saying? They say mental health or depression doesn't have a face. You know, nobody knows what somebody's going through, what's going on in their mind. And I think he done a video. If you look up Chester Bennington about mental health, if you look up that on YouTube, Chester Bennington about mental health, look up that, and he will tell you himself on the video, nobody knows what's going on in my mind. Nobody knows what I go through. You know, it's a bad place to be in here, he says, you know, and stuff like that. Abigail Wolf with the $20 super chat. Thank you, Abigail. Hello from Atlanta. Keep up the good work, you and Sue. We will, Abigail, and thank you so much for coming in and supporting the channel, watching the videos, and everybody that's here this evening on the live as well. Uh, yeah, you know, a lot of mental health as well. You know, there's drugs and alcohol involved in mental health. In a lot of cases, it's drugs and alcohol, and it's the addiction side of it. And unfortunately, people can't really get out of that sometimes. And, you know, they're in a kind of a hole, a dark place in their life, and they can't get out of that hole they're in. And it's something, you know, I think myself, it's like men, right? Us men sometimes are very, very stubborn, and I have to say we are. It's like, you know, men are stubborn when, especially when it comes to health issues. You know, if a man will not go to the doctor to get checked if he has a pain or something's wrong, he's too stubborn. Oh, there's nothing wrong, I won't go. Some men are like that. Now, I don't know if mental health is like that. Maybe, you know, they don't want to go these places. They think it's, you know, it's embarrassing. They don't want people to know what's going on in their lives and stuff like that. But if they only knew that speaking to somebody and telling somebody your problem is not shameful at all or embarrassing, it's actually, you know, you're a very strong person if you can walk into a clinic or a doctor and sit down and actually, as a grown man, I think, and I've done it myself. You know, I've talked to people over stuff in my life and I cried out loud, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. You know, it's nothing to be ashamed of to cry and talk to somebody and tell people how you're feeling. Because believe me, after speaking to somebody and getting a load off your shoulders and your chest, I mean, really helps a lot, and it does, you know, to get that stuff that's building up in your chest, to get it out there and speak to somebody, because tomorrow is another day and tomorrow is going to be a brighter day. And that's the way I always look at life. Never give up on today, because there's always tomorrow. So it's just something to always think about. You know, and anybody that's on the chat here tonight, even take care of yourselves. You know, there's always someone to talk to. If there's anybody that's ever feeling low or feeling like, you know, the world is on top of their shoulders or the weight of the world is on them, my email address is there as well on my channel. If you ever want to send me an email and let me know how you're doing or whatever, or, you know, anything like that, I'm always there as well. A simple hello, holding a door, helping with grocery bags can be the one thing for someone to have hope. That's true, Linda. You know, something. I've had days in my life too where I was down and stuff. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I've had bad days where you're walking down the street and you feel like, you know, you don't feel great. You know, you're fed up and all that. And even somebody to pass you on the street and turn around and say, "Hi, Kathy Myers." Somebody to just smile and say, "Good morning," or "It's a lovely day," or "How are you? Hello, how are you?" and smile at you. That's a little thing that could make a big difference to somebody's day. Just to smile. Um, you know, and it could change somebody's whole day. Believe me, it does. Sometimes just giving someone a smile can make someone feel better, or saying hi to someone in a chat can help. We're all here together, we're not alone. And that's true, Caroline, and we're all here. And, you know, if the mental health clinics and all these places can't do something for these people, then you don't have to be qualified. You don't have to be a counselor. You don't have to be a psychiatrist. You don't have to be qualified in any way to help somebody. You know, these people all have letters after their names and stuff, and you see they're getting big money for it. But, you know, there's too many lives lost. You don't have to be one of these important people to help somebody. What's the Irish mental health system like? Dorothy says, we have one good, I think, as far as I know, Pieta House it's called. I've actually done a bit of walking for them before, charity stuff. Um, Darkness into Light, it's called. They do it once a year where they actually go, I think it's a 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, everybody comes together. It's family come together who have lost loved ones through suicide and friends and stuff like that. And they come together once a year. It's called Pieta House. And they raise funds and money for the mental health system. They come together once a year at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when it's dark. They walk with candles lit. They light some candles and they all walk a certain distance. So it's called Darkness into Light. So they walk when it's dark, and then when it starts to get bright, come morning time again, the walk finishes, and it's a way for everybody to get together and talk to each other, and all the families as well, to come together and just to say, share their feelings with each other, how they're getting on and stuff like that. So it's a good organization and charity, Pieta House, if you want to look it up. If you even want to donate to the channel, or not the channel, sorry. If you want to donate to Pieta House, I'm sure you'll find them online. It's a very good cause for mental health. And it saves a lot of lives. I know that one is very good. So that's another one that's out there as well. Hi, Maureen McCarthy. Sorry if I missed you. Liz says people can relate to something they can see, like a broken leg, but not to something they can see. Well, you see, I think on that note, as I was saying earlier, it's like people can't see depression or mental health in some people, because I said depression doesn't have a face sometimes. And unfortunately, I've heard of young men from County Galway, a young guy in County Galway actually, who drove his parents to the pub, gave them a lift to the pub, laughing and joking, everything was fine, came back and ate his dinner, played a bit of PlayStation with all his mates, and he was a rugby player, well-built, strong guy, well-known in the area. Dropped his parents to the pub, came back and played the PlayStation with his friends, and when all his friends left, he committed suicide. So it just goes to show that, Nadia says, I suffer from long-term depression. I'm on Prozac, which helps a lot. Nadia, I hope it works for you, and I hope you're feeling better. As I was saying, that you're even for you, Nadia, to be on this live tonight, or Dorothy there even, or anybody that suffers with mental health issues or depression or anything like that, being on this live tonight is a step forward in itself, because you've made, you've made the choice to come onto the live to interact with other people, and it's a big step to take, and it's a proud thing to do as well. Hi, Kathy Cousins, Caroline. I'm just going to have a drink of this, guys. I have my cherry cola again. Mo likes the cherry cola also. Family courts in Ireland, Mo. I suppose there's a lot to say about stuff like family courts and stuff like that. It's something I don't really get into, to be honest. It is what it is, I suppose. It keeps you from sinking, says Nadia. Yeah, you have all the support here, Nadia, and you have, like the reason that me and Sue do these videos as well, because we know the videos we do actually would help, they help somebody as well, because if you're in an area where you live and you're at home and maybe the weather is bad, or you could be disabled, or you might be able to walk much, you might be able to get out much, whatever it is, a video, and it does it for me, believe me. I've watched videos from other YouTubers who actually, when I was having bad days and I was thinking, oh, the channel is going, I don't know what to do, I was fed up. I always, you know, I could come across a video on YouTube where somebody, might say, I started off on YouTube and, I was going to give up or whatever as well. And little things like that you hear from other people gives you that little bit of inspiration in your life, to give you that lift that you need in life to keep you going as well. Hi, Jules Kitch, if I missed you. Linda put up a number there. Now, I'm sure that's probably Pieta House, is it? I think that's 1-800, could be the Ireland number. But I don't know if you have that in America or Canada or the UK or whoever you're watching from. Do you have Pieta House also? And what do you think of the organization? Yes, you are right, GV, says Mary. I feel like we are friends here on this channel, which helps with a downright spirit. Well, you know something, what it is, guys, is you all know I done a video before, right? I done a video about a certain YouTuber and a certain YouTube channel. And if you all know who the YouTuber is, don't say any names, but the reason I done that video was not to be bitching about stuff or not to be a bad person or not to be negative in any way. The reason I done that video, to be honest with you, is because there's a lot of truth in it, of what I've said on that video about not forgetting where you've come from, not forgetting who subscribed to your channel, not forgetting, the people that put you there in the first place. And if you're watching this live, that person who I'm speaking about, I hope you're watching the live because, something might come and click in your mind and actually you might start to think, about what's going on your channel. But what I said about that channel and stuff like that, I stick to it to this day. And it's the truth because what somebody's just after saying it on my live, YouTube channels are about a family. Kathy Myers, $10. Thank you, Kathy Myers. So the YouTube community, the YouTube family is what people are all about. These channels, my channel, Sue's channel, and everybody else's channel who are watching right now, are not made by robots or bots. These are human beings that subscribe to your channel, and these are people who have everyday lives and subscribe to your channel and who made you who you are today. And it's something that it's not to be forgotten about. And you get all these people and who do lives and stuff like that, and they actually don't really interact with people. Dorothy said, I've been ghosted by men my whole life. Maybe you're better off, Dorothy. Maybe you're better off. You might have a bit of peace. Us men can be very annoying at times. Ask Sue all about it. But, but the serious point of it is that it's power trips. It's power trips, Kathy. Yeah, it's a power trip. And it's, these people who are on these big channels, they get big overnight and all that, or whatever, in a couple of months. Ego is the thing. You need to come down off your big ego and start to realize where you've come from. Listen, you make money from YouTube, right? But these channels are making an absolute fortune. This channel is making an absolute fortune, believe me. And this person is not a poor person either, and you know who I'm talking about. So, appreciate. That's what all I'd say. Appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate who's on your channel. Don't dump people off your channel. Don't dump people off your channel. It's not very nice. You know, you bring people into your channel and then they're forgotten about. How does this person not know that one of these people that was on this channel that got dumped off the channel might get very upset over something like that, might get into depression over it. You know, oh, I liked the channel, I really liked it. You know, I didn't want to leave the channel. I didn't think I was going to be thrown off this channel. That person could be upset over that. You don't know how people feel. Hi, Janet Slicer. I'm rambling here, sorry. But I'm just getting a point across, guys, and I will say it because you know what I'm like. If I have something to say, I will say it. And I'm not too scared to say it because I know that this channel and these people on this channel are bullies. But they won't bully me, I can tell you that. Because if I have something to say, I will say it. And I hope you're watching tonight. And I hope you're listening to what I'm saying. And I hope it actually registers inside your head what you're doing to these people. Going around with this phony channel, phony crap, going around, you know, dollars here and there and all this crack. So, you know, as I said before, this channel was supposed to be buying all these things for the cemetery stuff. Like, where is the stuff? Where's the documents? Where's the proof? Where is it? We don't see it. We don't see nothing. We don't see nothing. So unless you can prove to everybody where funds are going, you're wasting your time because people are not stupid. Eventually, people are going to you know, they're going to get wise to this situation. So that's all I'd say on that. So anyway, guys, whoever's here, you're welcome. I was rambling on there, guys, and stuff, but you know, that's me. I am who I am. I say it as it is. I don't give a damn. You are correct, and I love the brutal honesty. On that note, I'm going back to lurking love to you. It's hi DECP. Sorry if I missed you in the chat. Patrick Courtney, is there anyone else I missed, guys? I'm just going to have a look and see. I don't want to miss anybody. I felt like I was invisible, says Brian McCarthy. Well, I tell you what, guys, you're not invisible on this channel or Sue's channel. You're certainly not invisible on any other channel. So, you know, you have to be honest in this world. And that's one thing I've learned in life as well is, you know, be brutally honest sometimes, but, you know, be nice about it and say it as it is. Hi, Abigail Wolf. Nobody gets me down, Abigail. I'm bulletproof. Nobody gets me down. You know, I am who I am, and that's it. I've learned to come up in the world and be strong and be who I am, and that's it. And you know, that's the reason I started a YouTube channel is to connect with people and hopefully help other people as well. You know, and that's the way it goes. So that's the way it is, guys, with me at the moment. And Jay Lee, £17.99. Jay, thank you so much. Guys, all these super chats and stuff goes towards the channel. Any donations, any help at all will go towards us hopefully trying to get back to the UK. We're going to try and get back this year, hopefully August, September. We're not quite sure. We're aiming for August, September. Hopefully we're going to try and go back to London and finish some of the Magnificent Seven that we never got to do. And hopefully cover some good stories there as well. So listen, guys, the only thing I'd say is, you know, I get back to that other person I was talking about, that excuse for a human being I was talking about. You know, this person has a big ego on their shoulders, you know, and it's very easy to be a keyboard warrior, you know, a keyboard warrior. And it's very easy to press a button and get rid of somebody. But now listen, if you have a channel and people are being, you know, negative on the channel, or you think there aren't, it's things they're saying aren't appropriate, that's your channel. You do whatever you have to do if that's the case. But I don't understand how people are on a channel where they're not doing anything wrong to anybody. They're actually supporting channels. I've supported that channel myself. I've actually gave that channel super chats. I've gave that channel $10, $20, whatever it is. But that doesn't mean anything because these people forget all these things. So Trisha Mills, $20 super chat. Trisha, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As I was saying, we hope to get back to England, guys. Linda Ball actually is there as well. Linda, Aisha, who is on the channel. Linda Ball, Aisha, Mo, everybody that's on the channel is great support. Linda Ball is brilliant for giving out information and of ancestry stuff and finding out stuff and helping channel the channels, myself and Sue's channel out also. So a big thumbs up for Linda as well. She goes out of her way for people, which she has already done. Linda, you know what I'm talking about. You went out of your way for people too, and you didn't get any thanks for it. So be proud of yourself. Don't worry about this person. Be proud of yourself. You're a very good woman. You know, you've done a lot for people, and you still do a lot for people. So don't ever think that you're less than who you are, and don't let this person ever get you down. Thanks, Kathy Cousins. You know, guys, it's like it's just me. It's me. You know, it's the way I am. I say it as it is. I don't try to be negative. I don't try to be, you know, this or that. I am who I am. And if I see something, this thing was going on for a long time. You know, I've seen it going on for a long time. And I've seen the bullies. I've seen the bullies bullying people. You know, you'll be blocked. You'll be this. You'll be that. Legal stuff and all this was brought into it. That stuff don't bother me. That don't bother me. You know, that doesn't bother me. You won't put me down. I ain't afraid of you. I was treated very bad, says Kathy Myers on Facebook in the group, and I still go to the chat. I'm keeping an eye on things if you get my drift. You know, people I don't want any names said here of who, you know who I'm talking about. I don't want you to mention any names because, you know, these people, I don't want these people to think that they have one over me or they can do this or they can do that. Hi, Jordan. So, welcome to the chat. You know, so that's the way it is. Guys, if you're interested in Global Crime Time, check his channel out also. He does a lot of crime stuff. He's a good friend of mine on the channel, also a good supporter of me and Sue's channels. He watches us and he does a lot of crime stuff in the UK, very interesting stuff. I have to say that GV and Sue are the most genuine and loving, caring, down-to-earth people that you can ever come across. Well, we are who we are, I suppose, Kathy, and, you know, Nadia says, whenever I go to a live chat on a certain channel, I get ignored. It's very hurtful so far. Flame Chef, hi Flame Chef. I hate being in live chats and it says on the bottom, if you donate money, we'll look at your question out loud. Where does it say? Oh yeah, is that me you're on about, Laura Lee, or a different channel? I'm not sure. If it's me, I'm sorry if I missed it. I'll try and see it. Travel Walks TV. Hi, Travel Walks TV. What was I going to say to you there? I'm just trying to look at the chat, guys, because it's going quick. And my eyesight should be good at my age. It's still working. Marie is there. Visitations. Hi, Travel Walks TV. If you or Sue did that to me, I'd be crushed, but certain person doesn't bother me. Tom's, that would never happen on our channel, believe me. The only way I would ever block somebody on my channel or ghost somebody on my channel is if they were very, very negative towards me or Sue, or this, they said very inappropriate things or stuff like that. That's the only way, to be honest with you. And I don't get that. I don't get that with you guys. I get honesty, and I get a lot of support, and I get a lot of, reality, being real on this channel. And that's the way it should be. There should be no bickering. There should be no giving out to each other. There should be none of that. There's enough of that going on in the world. But at the end of the day, guys, it doesn't bother me that I'm gone off that channel, really, because there's lots of other stuff I look at on YouTube. There's loads of stuff I look at. That doesn't bother me. There's 43 in the chat, the same age as me, Kathy Myers. I'm 43 years of age, getting there and getting old. I might need a Zimmer frame going around these cemeteries, guys. Who knows? Thomas or anyone, if that ever happened or felt, please inbox, you will get replied. Linda. Yeah, that's right, Linda. If it ever happens to anybody, let us know or whatever. Tell Uncle GV, he'll sort it out for you. I think we are like a little family here. We all have respect for each other, and says Jay, hope we can support each other too. Of course, it's all support. We have to support each other. We don't want any fighting, bickering and stuff like that. This channel is not doom and gloom. It's also about having a laugh, interacting with each other and stuff like that. We all have a laugh. Greg comes on here. I don't see him here now. I don't think he's here, Greg, but Greg is good fun. We like to have a laugh. Tony, everybody, we all have a laugh, and that's the way it should be. That Coke is coming up, guys, my neck. Ugh. So it sure is Maureen, brilliant channel. I love it so much as Kathy. So hope you all liked my rant, my honesty rant. I'm on the e-sick, guys. I wish a lot of some certain people actually ghost me because I couldn't bother listening to them, to be honest. Not you guys, but other people in life. But I wish my banshee, says Patrick, ghosted me. That's a good one. Not on our watch GV, says Marie Green. And all you guys who are mods on my channel and Sue's channel, you do a brilliant job. And we appreciate you all for being there. Linda, Susan, Kathy, Marie, anyone I missed, all the mods, you're all doing a great job. And you'll never have to worry about being ghosted on our channels because you're all welcome here, and that's what it's all about. There's no bullies on this channel. And there's nobody getting ghosted here. So, there's no power trips here. So that's the way it is on this channel, guys, and that's the way it should be. And I hope you're all having a blessed day, whatever you're doing. And I don't see what you call it here actually in the chat. Cemetery Jim, guys. Check out Cemetery Jim's channel. I don't know if Linda can put in the link in the chat. Check out Cemetery Jim's channel. He's just starting off doing cemetery stuff. I think he's like 45 subscribers. He's doing well. For a guy that's only starting off doing cemetery stuff, he's brilliant. He's talking is brilliant. His interaction with the camera is brilliant. Everything. He's doing a super job. He put up 2 videos today, very interesting videos. One of them, I think, is war memorial stuff. I think it was World War II stuff. You know, and he does a lot of videos. He's too up to date, Cemetery Jim. I like to support the smaller channels because, you know, when I say smaller, I mean people who like Jim are starting off. You know, I'm smaller myself. I'm not a big channel by any means. I've only like what 1,700 or whatever subscribers. Numbers, you know, like that are small. Jim is a nice guy and he does good videos and stuff like that. He done a pet cemetery actually. Anybody that's into pets and loves the pet stuff, he mentioned it on my premiere there the other night. I think there was a horse buried in this pet cemetery as well, so he done that. Michael Smith, photographer from Ballinasloe in County Galway. Say hello to Michael Smith, everybody. Michael is a native of Galway. And Michael is on the channel a while now, loves the channel, and he's from Galway. And he loves cemetery stuff, and he takes photographs of cemetery stuff as well. So he welcome Michael. Michael's from Galway, not far from where I grew up actually. And I was supposed to go down to Galway. And the next time I'm home, when I'm back in Galway, Michael, I'll definitely meet up with you because I know you want to meet up and do a live or a video together, maybe hopefully a live, Michael, and you can come around with me when I'm doing a live in a cemetery together. So I promise you that. Ballinasloe photos by Michael Smith Jr. photographer. So Michael, I don't think Michael is on YouTube, but he has a group page on Facebook where he puts up photos of lovely stained glass windows and cemetery stuff and all that as well. And if I can find the link for Michael, I'm not sure how I do it on Facebook. I'll put it in maybe somewhere in the community chat on the channel as well. Travel Walks TV. I do travel walking tours mainly in the UK. Did I miss anybody else here? How far is Galway from where you are now, Dorothy? Galway is, for me to go back home to Galway at the moment would be about close to 3 hours, I'd say, a drive. 3 hours, close to 3 hours. So it's a long drive. But, you know, I'm talking about going back home. Hopefully next week, if not next week, the week after, because I'm going home to see my mother as well. She's getting old. She's 77 years old now, and I'd like to go back to visit her sometimes as well. Make sure she's okay, maybe help her out around the house or whatever I can do. That's what I do in my spare time as well. I go home and see family. It's important to catch up with family as well. And, you know, as I say, guys, we don't know what tomorrow brings. We don't know how long our parents, our family are going to be around us. And these are things that you have to, you know, look into in life as well. You know, you have to appreciate your family. There will come a day where I will lose my parents sometime, you know. And it's not a nice time, and I'm sure for anybody who lost their parents that's here tonight, it's hard, and it's going to happen to us all at some stage, I suppose. But we have to enjoy the moments that we do have in our lives now. Patrick says Cahill means Charles. It does. That's good. What made you leave your hometown? This is Dorothy. I'd love to visit Ireland. I've heard a bit about Galway. What makes anybody leave, Dorothy? You know, people get itchy feet. They want to get up and go. They want to travel to somewhere else in the world or the country or whatever, and change of scenery, change of life. That's what, you know, I don't stay in the one place too long. Before, when I was younger, maybe, I suppose, but now I'm more settled and, you know, in life, spread your wings is right. I've done a lot of traveling when I was younger. I've been to Poland. I've been in Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. I walked around there. many years ago. I've been to Spain. I've been to the UK a lot, Liverpool, Birmingham, London. I've been to France. So for anybody that's still able to do these things in their life, I say get up and go and do it. Enjoy your life while you can, when you can. Don't dwell on things. Just do what you can do when you can, because your health is your wealth at the end of the day, and that's what's most important, is your health. Money is material stuff, as I always say. You can't bring money with you when you die. Money is material things. So be nice to people while you can, or people who are around you. Respect people. Respect who made you, who got you there in the first place for certain things, as I was talking about before. And appreciate what you have. Appreciate it. Now, guys, I'm missing the chat here as well, so I need to go back and look. Trisha, I lost my parents in 2015, says Trisha Mills, and 2019, missed them terribly. I have my 2 boys and grandchildren and 3 siblings I love so much. Sorry to hear that, Trisha Mills. You lost your parents 2015 too, is how it missed them terribly, and I can't actually tell you how that must feel, because I haven't been there yet, as I was saying. But the day will come when the time comes, and we have to be prepared for these things, I suppose. Um, but you also remember, the happy moments in people's lives that are gone or past also, and remember the good times. And it was only like when I go home. Nadia, thanks for popping in. If you're going, thanks very much for coming in, chatting. Take care, stay safe, have a good week. You too. Love you loads. Um, when I go home, I'm always, as we say in Ireland, reminiscing about stuff. When I go home to visit my mother and visit family, I'm always saying to my mother, "Where's all the old photographs gone?" And she said to me, "They're in a bag." And I'll go rooting in the press for this bag, and I'll just find this bag, and there's a load. It's like a time capsule. You find all these old photographs um, of family members or people who are dead and gone and stuff like that. And photographs are a beautiful thing to have, because it captures that little time. It captures that moment in a person's life where you're with them, or a happy moment, or uh, stuff like that. Photographs I love. I love photographs. Um, it's a way of kind of, you know, remembering things. And, even like people said there about people who are dead and gone, they can get smells of things which reminds them of people. You could smell a certain thing and it reminds you of somebody who was dead in your family who's gone and stuff like that. Very hot. I love all. If the late 1800, early 1900 photos I have, I cherish them. Now, they would be rare to have 1800, 1900 photos, so they would be worth holding on to, is right. Very hot. Very hot. The worst is the unexpected, when you find out your father didn't come home because a girl wasn't paying attention and crashes into him while he's waiting for her to pass to get into his truck. Wow. Yeah, all these things, I have to deal with death every single day. It's global crime time. I haven't learned. If you, if I have learned, you must live day to day. Tomorrow is not given. That's true, Jordan. Tomorrow is never promised. And one actually example, one example of that is a man who I look up to, is the boxer Tyson Fury, who suffered from mental health, and is a great inspiration to see his videos on YouTube. A man who was down in the dumps from depression and got back up on his feet and became a world champion. A man who wanted to crash his car into a wall and end his life, who was suffering deeply with depression. Hi, Cemetery Visits with Jim. We were just talking about you earlier, talking about your videos you did today and stuff. So yeah, Tyson Fury, you know, he's a great man. He came from the brink of death, came back and became world champion boxer, and is an inspiration to a lot of people. And I've seen videos of Tyson Fury where he actually met a boy one day down by a river in the UK, I think it was. And the boy said he was suffering from depression. He was a grown-up guy, I think, maybe in his 20s. Marie Green, you don't have to give any money because you don't have to give anything like that. Being here is enough. Hitting the like button, that's all I want, guys. Hit the like button. It means a lot. So he helped this guy out down by the river. You know, he spoke to him and said, I was where you are now, and it's never too late to come back out of where you are and change your life. And he's living proof, really, that, you know, you can change your life and do what you can. So these people are a great help, and I wish there was more of these people in the world, inspirations to other people that might change. My hubby has 2 bottles of it. He never uses it. What's that? I missed that, guys. Depression is terrible. I fought that demon myself many times, says Jim. Well, Jim, you're doing a great job at the moment. You're doing a super job with the videos. I watched your 2 videos today, the cemetery one, the pet cemetery one, and the other one you did, the war one as well. You've done a very good job on those. Trisha, hubby 3 months before, so you used to never have the time you needed. This is Linda. I was 15, says Kathy. Would have liked my dad to be around when I was an adult with kids. You know, I think I spoke about that. Laura Lee made headlines 4 days on major TV outlets and major newspapers. It ruined me. Thank you for your kindness. I think I spoke about that in Kilmore Cemetery. I think the day I done the live down there. And John knows probably the area as well, he said. So I think I spoke about that one day. I visited a couple of graves of young women who died from cancer and stuff like that. Excuse me. And for people to remember, you know, that unfortunately these people had no choice in life that had cancer or illnesses and stuff, that didn't have a chance in life. But anybody that has a chance in life, you know, we all have to appreciate our health, what we have today and how we are today and stuff like that. So, but remember these people also, that they're not forgotten, and talking about these people. You know, I done a video in Kilmore Key, I think, before, and I actually got a comment underneath the video from a woman from Wexford area who said the grave that you went to today and that you spoke at was actually my parents' grave. And she said, thank you so much for saying kind words at my parents' grave. That's what doing the videos is all about. Kind words at grave sites, because I've seen YouTube channels, and especially the one I was talking about earlier, who do these grave videos and people who died, and you know, there was one particular one they did where they didn't say very nice things about the person that died, beastly behavior and stuff like that. But I think it was, or there was animals involved and stuff like that. It was just atrocious. And you know, that's what it's not about that. That's not what it's about. It's nice to get a comment from somebody, you know, and I'm not saying this person, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this person is all that bad, because they've actually done good videos. They've done good videos where they remember people. But there's an odd one, you know, but every video should be good. Not just a couple, every video should be good that you do when it comes to people's graves. So it's nice to get feedback from people and, you know, to hear that you visited their parents' grave and stuff like that. They appreciate what you do. There's another man actually who contacted me on Facebook. He's from America, and his great 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 grandfather, I think, and grandmother are buried in a cemetery here in Wexford. And I told him, Thomas, his name is, I think it's Thomas Conroy. He lives in America. He wants me to do a video of his great 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 grandfather's grave. He's buried in Wexford here, so I'm going to do a video for Tom, a subscriber request, I call it. Sue done one before in County Carlow for somebody as well. So I'm going to do a subscriber request video for Tom and visit his great 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 grandfather's final resting place. And I was talking to Tom on Facebook chat, and he turned around and he said to me, how much does that cost? He said, for you to do a video of my great 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 grandfather's final resting place. And I said, nothing, Tom. I said, it doesn't cost anything. What do you mean? He said, how much do I have to give you? I said, you don't have to give me anything, Tom. I said, you know, it's something that I would like to do for you. I said, my channel has memberships if you want to join the membership or whatever, or if you know, that way. But I said, you don't have to give me anything. I said, you don't have to pay me anything to do a video of that grave, because it's not far away from me. It's 25 minutes drive, I'd say, from me, this grave. So I'm going to do that grave. I couldn't do it today. I was going to do it today, but I will do it eventually. I have a lot of other videos to do as well, but I will fit in that for Tom and do that also. So if you're watching, Tom, that's on the line to do for you as well. I'm going to have to love and leave you, and I'm going now soon, guys, as well, because I've been yapping here and rambling on for over an hour, I think it is now. Have a lovely week. Catch you on the next live. Love and hugs to everyone, says Jay. Thanks, Jay, for coming in. Thanks, everybody, for coming into the chat this evening or tonight. It's nearly 10:15 p.m. here now. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for everybody sharing the love, sharing the chat, bonding with each other and talking to each other helps a lot, and I hope it helped people out. I'm sorry if I rambled on a bit, because I did ramble on about certain things, but you know me, it has to be said, and that's the way it is. Global time, so I didn't get the notification till later. I would have been in sooner. I know, George, it's a problem with YouTube at the moment. You know, that's the way it is with YouTube. I hope they fix it, because it is a big problem when it comes to people getting notified about videos and they're missing out and stuff. But there's nothing we can do about that. As we say here, our hands are tied when it comes to stuff like that. So guys, I love you and leave you. Thanks for coming in and chatting, and it was nice catching up, and just said I'd let you know what's happening with the channel, what videos are coming up, interesting stuff. If anybody missed it, look back on this live. There's a few bits I've said about what I'll be doing in the coming couple of weeks and stuff like that. So take care, guys. God bless. Mind yourselves and one another, and we'll talk to you very, very soon. And look out for the next video that's coming up. So guys, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for coming in. God bless everybody, and take care, and I'll see you soon.